Danester back again for the Renegade Master. Basically it's a pickups video. I'm not going to be about the bush. I'm going to talk a little bit about an event and obviously do my usual shout outs. But I've got a ton of stuff that I need to go through to keep on top of these videos. So I'm going to be trying to bang through it. There's some stuff from the CEX in store. Something from like a cash converter kind of shop. Loads from the Leeds Retro Gaming Fair, because there's plenty to pick up there. Something I've literally just picked up off another tuber. One eBay order. And this lot of stuff from CEX that's just come through the door. So we'll do a live opening of that. Obviously I know what it is because I fucking ordered it, you know what I mean? But what the conditions like, I'll either be happy or sad. So about a week ago, last Thursday actually, I got the day off. Mrs. got the day off, so I said I wanted to go and have a walk around Warsaw because they've got quite a big CEX. And I managed to pick up a couple of games, both box complete Mega Drive games. This one needed a bit of a wipe when I originally got it, DJ Boy. But they're box complete if I've had them from install, you know, it's not like playing roulette on the old online. I just need to get my baggies sorted because I've started doing that thing like Stu. Because I had some of them little bags left over from, because I used to bag the toys up with them, and I started putting my Mega Drive games in, and I was like, oh, I quite like this. So I've done my GameCube, and I've done half my Mega Drive, and it's playing with my OCD now that I need to get them all done, so I've ordered some from China. But I got another game as well from CEX while I'm babbling on. That's Pit 4, The Mayan Adventure. Again, as I say, because I've got it in store. It's in really nice condition, man. So again, these are two for my collection. He says, because I wasn't convinced that I hadn't got Pitfall, but I haven't. I really need to do a list or update my list. So these were both from CEX in Warsaw. And then my missus wanted to go up Dudley. I went in the new cash converters they'd built up there because they told me the week before in Stable, I just had one. No retro at all. But there's an independent like cash generator, cash converter thing called Rounds. Now obviously like they deal mainly in, you know, like the big collectible figures like Freddy Krueger, stuff like that. They got Royal Dalton, shit like that, cameras. But they got quite a chunk of retro in there. I don't know who took it in. There was some N64, NES stuff. But there was one game that stood out for me. And they wanted 60 quid for it. I managed to knock them down to 55 because that's what CEX said it for. And it's Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. It's box complete. Let me see if I can get out. I've already shot this video once and I've done a load of fuck ups, so I'm reshooting. I know it's unlike me. Not to do fuck ups, because I do fuck ups all the time, but to be reshoot, but I've done that much fucking wrong. But it's got the cart, obviously, nice condition, because these gold carts can scuff up quite a bit. The old manual, and it has got the little bit of polystyrene at the bottom, and it's also got a dust sleeve. So, you know, CEX sell it for 55 quid. I've got it for 55 quid, but I can guarantee, you know, there's a few little creases, but the box is alright, you know. Mint, it's 150 quid on CEX, but I'll be happy with that condition for, you know, 55 quid. It's probably only going to sit on the shelf anyway, because I'm not a massive Zelda fan. I would like to play them eventually, but I've not got all my life. So that is all the pickups I had from that day. So moving on, actually on the Thursday night I messaged you. Perhaps it was picking up them games that made me have the taste for going and doing some pickups. I messaged you to UK. I said, what are you doing Saturday? Are you going to the Retro Games Fair in Leeds? And he said, not unless Rob's going, because obviously Rob drives. I said, well, I'll pick you up. Stu's about an hour away from where I live, so I said, I'll pick you up. And Stu was like, okay. And he messaged Lewis and Rob, obviously, and I think Scott was asked, and I asked Pete, old school, to try and just fill the car up, really, because you might as well go with a car full as an empty one. And Rob and Lewis said they'd come, so literally I picked up Stu, 10 minutes away from Stu's Rob, 10 minutes away from Rob's Lewis, and then straight on the M1 up to Leeds. I'd never been to the Leeds Retro Games Fair in the Marriott Hotel. I'd only ever done the one at the uni, and I must admit, I enjoyed it more in the Marriott than I did, but maybe it's because I was stalling at the uni, or I just had a different vibe from the Marriott. And we got up there, Steve Smith put on a great event. I'd messaged him in advance to see if I could get in and film some footage, which obviously I've already uploaded, show you all around the event, show you some of the traders, which he was more than happy to oblige. And you know, I obviously went round, did a bit of video footage, and now I'm going to talk about the event. And I thought it was brilliant. You know, I know a lot of the traders because they're lads who've done Doncaster, they've done Revival, done Bristol, done various ones. Like, obviously, I link the ones who I know. So you've got the core of the regular sellers there. And to be honest, there's not one of them who wouldn't cut you a deal if you ask them. I can be honest there. And even if you save £2 off them, which is what usually most of them knock off, a couple of quid, it's better than paying that £2, you know what I mean? It covers your entrance fee, it covers a beer at the bar if you're saving money. So don't, just because someone has a price on the game, don't take that as gospel. I always say, is that the best you can do? If they say yeah and I still want the game, I'll buy it. If they say I'll knock a couple of quid off, I'm happily going to take that. But there was loads of great items in the room, some real rarities, stuff beyond my purse, that's for sure. But there was also plenty that I picked up, which I'm going to go into. I'll try and remember who I bought these games off. In fact, there's only one seller I remember buying off. The rest were sellers who I didn't know, if that makes sense, but they got some good stuff. So I'll give us a break from a Mega Drive for about a second, and then I'll go back to the Mega Drive because that was most of my pickups. But as you all know, I picked up that Amiga CD32 last year from the boot set. I'm looking over there because that's where it is, for a 10 and I've only got Sensible Soccer for it. So I saw these two games and they were £15 each, so I picked them up. There's Deep Core. There you go, there's the £15 each. Watch, he's not got the name of his stall on it. Shame, because I could have given him a shout out. But Deep Core, I ain't got a clue what it's about. It looks like some sort of platformer. Again, I'll probably just try them out. And then there's Mean Arenas. Now this one looks more like a bit of like a Pac-Man-y kind of maze sort of thing. So yeah, they're just, you know, that one's actually got 20 quid on, but he did me 30 for the two. So there was my first pickups. Case is a bit battered on that one, but it's a CD case. I've got plenty of CDs. I'll probably swap it with my best hit, Elvis Presley's best hits or something like that, and I'll just trade the case out. So again, you don't see many CD32 games, especially under £20. So I was happy to pick them up. The very first things I picked up, which you might have saw in the video, it was when I was talking to Gav from the Retro Heads. I think he picked up some stuff as well, so hopefully he does pick up video. But of course, complimentary Famicom cart, which is Goonies 2, which I believe is the game that we got in the PAL region. I've already got Goonies 1, the one we didn't. He got £10 on that. And this is a game, oh god man, this game brings back so much memories. I remember my parents paying $59.99 for this game from WH Smith's at Marriot. I remember getting it. It was for my birthday. And it's Power Rangers. It's a platformer and also a bit of a fighter as well. At the end of each level you fight in Megazord. You got £14 on that. He knocked £3 off the two, so I paid £21. Again, you know, not super rare games. Talking of the Famicom, one of my later pickups, the twin Famicom, it plays games, it plays the cartridges, so we need to test the disc now, but fingers crossed it may be working, but everyone I've spoke to have said it probably won't be. So then, let's work out who I got these off. These three were definitely off the same seller. You might see them in the video, in my footage video. They're a couple. Lady's got red hair. They've got some really nice Saturn stuff, which I believe Eddie picks them up. They've got some Neo Geo, which I believe Rob picks them up from there. And they got quite a bit of Mega Drive. But what I will say is their condition's really good, and they did me a deal. And Craig's here again actually mentioned in the comments that he picked up loads of really good stuff from in the past. So they must only sell at this Leeds event. So the game I haven't got, which is The Revenge of Shinobi, which has got £8 on the front. I know I didn't pay £8 for it. Then this one, I used to play this all the time with my brother. Greatest Heavyweights, where you got Muhammad Ali, etc., George Foreman, and they did taunts. Now I bought these two together, so you got £15 on Greatest Heavyweight and £8. I bloody picked that sticker up off that game there. On Shinobi, £20 for the two. I'll take that all day. Both complete, nice manuals. Little bit of scuffing, as 2UK pointed out, but fuck him, you know what I mean? Too picky he is. But £20, £3 off. Again, deals to be had, even with, you know, I've done a lot of events now trading. You know, I'm not some amateur. I'd do the same. You know, if someone's buying stuff off me, I'll do people deals, but you have to put a price on, because if not, certain traders, if you're £4 or £5 under, they will come around and buy your stock and sell it at the price that it's probably worth, you know. But just because I got a label on something doesn't mean I can't budge. But don't take the piss out of me either. And the other game, they done me this one for £8, because they obviously remembered I'd bought off them previously. I've got this loose cart, and it's Strider. I was looking at Strider 2 as well in the video, but I think that copy hasn't got a manual. Again, nice honest copy. Strider 2, great game. I've tested all these out, because I was testing a Mega Drive the other day. So I was testing all these out, and they all work fine. I do clean all my carts though when I get them. So there was 3 Mega Drive games added. You probably saw me looking at this next Mega Drive game. It's a Japanese one, because I've got, I don't know if it's the Asian PAL or if it's a Japanese one that's been converted, but either way I can play any. And Lee, you've been gamed. He was in the bar all day, he didn't come into the event, and he goes to me when I showed him, because it's for £12. It's from Nathan's Store Golden Saucer Games. £12. He goes, I bet that's not got the manual. And then when I showed him, he was a little bit devastated. I believe Lee, I think he said it was between £15 or £20 he paid for it. So, you know, Afterburner 2, Japanese. There wasn't a Japanese, Scottish Alan wasn't there, so there wasn't a mass amount of Japanese games there. Obviously, Lee at Sore Thumbs had some. I asked him if he got a Famicom disc. He said, yeah, I have in the shop. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking no good to me, but thanks, Lee. But, so, because I was obviously after one to test, so I managed to find a couple of bits for my Japanese collections, but not a lot. And then probably the best 2 deals I had of the day, because I believe these were quite cheap anyway, were from Direct Deals, or Leeds Deals as people know him as. I know Mark Burnt Out Culture goes to his shop and talks about him. I'll put a link in. I've already put a link into these guys in the video, but anyone who I talk about here, I'll put the link to their stores, because they've obviously done me a deal, so I like to pass on the good karma. And the first one I got was Mutant League. Now I don't know if you can see, that's £15 on that. Complete with manual. Case a bit battered, but I'm sure there's a FIFA that really wants to donate me the case. He did it me for, I think he took £3 off. Again, £2-3 people are taking off, which is already not a bad price. In fact, let's see if he's got another price sticker here. Let's see if I can see. What did he got it up for before? Nah, that must have been the original sticker, because it says £44. So £15 knocked down to 12. Again, it's a game I've not got in my collection, so it'll go straight in there. And this one, I saw it and I thought, that's cheap as it is, because, and then I went and had a cheeky little look on CEX just to be sure, and it's Shadow Dancer, which I know Conas Delora absolutely loves. He's got £20 on that, and I thought perhaps it's missing manual, because Leeds Deals got everything in plastic bags, so I did ask if I could take it out and have a look, but by the time I got it out, I thought, I better buy this, because fucking he's never getting that back in. But to my surprise, nice condition cart, nice condition manual, £20, and he done it me for 18. So what's that? £17 saved compared to CEX. And some people go around these markets and say there's no deals to be had. There is lots of deals to be had. You've just got to be, A, know what you're looking for, and B, not be cheeky, just say, you know, anything you can do for me on that. You know, because 9 times out of 10 they can knock £1 off, knock £2 off, and that makes that a massive saving compared to if because I would order that from CEX and I probably wouldn't get it in that condition. So that's another point. Yeah, you hear people saying, God, look at the price of these people, they're charging eBay prices, they're charging blooming CEX prices at a game event. My argument is they should charge more, because you order that from CEX online, can you check the condition? Nope. You buy it on eBay, you might see photos, but can you guarantee the condition when it gets there? Nope. I can guarantee that I'm happy, picked up that game, happy with the condition, and I'm happy with what I've paid. Now to me, they should charge a premium for that, not be charged. when I price, I do always do probably what most of these guys do. I look on eBay, I look on CEX, and I'll probably take a couple of quid off, because then if someone checks their phone, they're like, oh, he's cheaper than CEX. But really, should these people be cheaper than CEX? That's a good question. Like, I know we all want deals, but you know, these guys have got to make a living as well. And as I say, you can haggle. You know, as long as you don't take the piss, anyone will do you a deal. Anyone at that sellers will do you a deal. But yeah, maybe we're a little bit harsh on the sellers sometimes, because you are getting they're bringing games to you for a start. Mass variety, you know, not like CEX where they might have 10 Mega Drive games. A lot of these guys have got hundreds of them, which means they've laid out a lot of money to have those games. Don't get me wrong, some have probably picked them up 50p each, but they've gone to the hard work to get it. So I think we should have a little less hate on the sellers at the events. I mean, I'm biased because I am a seller at the event, but I also understand that crack and where they're coming from. So that's that. Again, thanks to Steve Smith for putting on an excellent event. There was a few bits of merch. In fact, mainly the main stall of merch was the actual game, you know, the shop game. They had a stall, which I'm assuming they don't want to let their valuable goods out, like, you know, your 50, 60 pound games out of the shop. But they did have a bit of their merch, like the hats. They got drinks, funnily enough, stuff like that. But it's a good variety. There was one stall that sells cards, you know, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Doesn't interest me, but I understand it interests other people. But there was lots of games there and lots of deals to be had if you know what you're looking for and you know who to talk to. And as I say, I've never been to an event and bought a game where they've not been able to. Especially if you're going to buy a pile, you can save yourself a lot. And I think I've spent quite a bit there, but I'm happy with what I've got. I really enjoyed the day not being a seller and behind the store. I did go to scope it out to sell there, and I may do that in the future, but it was just nice to go to an event and enjoy the event and get to talk to all the other stall holders who I've known for years and have a little bit of a chat and a little bit of banter. And obviously we spent a lot of the day in the bar as well. That was good to see Gruss and Lee and Gruss's mate Paul, who was always at these events, coming up and having the banter, the retro heads. There was Eddie, there was Sean from Retro Games Revive, and Griffo's Retro Gaming, who I met for the first time, and obviously the lads who I come with. And we had a great time drinking beers. I obviously could only have a couple because I was driving back, but we had a good day, and I think that's what we all took away from it when we got home. We was like, that was worth going to. I'm glad we've done that. So, you know, it was a good day. Steve Smith's done a great job, and I'll definitely be up there again, and I appreciate you letting me in to do some footage for my channel, and hopefully it drums up for some trade for you when you do your next event. So that's enough of me plugging, although Steve isn't paying me this. This is all my own honest opinion. Which one should we do first? Right. So Stu had got some stuff for Cyber Snake 7J. He said to me, he says, do you live by him? Which I do. I literally live like 10 minutes away from Jay. Can you drop him off? And I said, yeah, no problem. And literally, I've only dropped it off today because where I'm working in Brum, I have to go past Jay's house. So I dropped it in on the way back. And I'll drop it off. And I'm literally trying to get away quick because the old man's got to go somewhere. And I said... And Jay said, come in, I'm moving some stuff on, you interested? And there we go. I ain't got my white on, so I'm in debt to Jay for the next time I see him. But he got a game that I was interested in, because I'm actually after the Mega Drive version of this as well, Ultra Core. It's one of the strictly limited games. Looks like a run and gun. But I played, it's up there. When I was testing out that Mega Drive, I played Xeno Crisis, the one that Pete Armour has plugged quite a bit. It's a bloody good game, massively, really impressed me. Graphics. I played with a 6-button pad, and I don't know if I'd be better with a 3-button because it adjusts your shooting, and like, you know, my brain was fried. But I do like these retro releases on the newer consoles or on the older consoles, like newer Mega Drive games. So yeah, Ultra Core on the Switch here. Jay's kept it sealed by the looks of it. That won't be lasting long, sorry, but it won't. I'll be playing that. So yeah, I'll pick that up off Jay. And I discussed giving Jay a lift up to Arcade Club in March, which I can confirm that I'm definitely going now. I've booked my hotel. That's the 28th of March. Up at Leeds Arcade Club this time. I'm staying in the Ibis Marlborough Central or something like that. Marlborough Street Central. That's where I'm staying. There's me and Liam. We're going up. I hope Russ Retro Bear's going up. I've offered him a lift, so Russ, if you're watching this, Jay's coming, so we'll have a car full. So we bloody hell, I hate it when this laptop goes into where I can't see myself anymore. So what was I saying? Yeah, so hopefully we'll have a car full. Cause I'm happy to give anyone a lift, you know. Cuts down the costs on fuel for everyone and the travel for everyone, and we have a good banter on the way up. So that was that. So thanks, Stu. I'll do you a favour again because it gets me into debt. Yeah. How's that work? And then that morning, my dad, because all my eBay purchases still go to my mum and dad's house because normally my mum's at home all the while. I'm not. So my CEX stuff comes to this house, and my mum and dad literally live around the corner, and my eBay stuff goes there. So as I said, the twin Famicom was working. Well, the cartridges. So I thought, right, I'll invest in a game now. So it's a game I've actually already got. It's Twin B. I've got it on cartridge, but it was the cheapest one, and I got this for under £5. So just to test, it's going to be worth that £5. In fact, I'm going to fire that up before the weekend, and hopefully that'll be working. See, this wants to focus sometimes, not others, but I can't be arsed with it. So yeah, Twin B. So that rounds up all the pickups that I know the condition of. So again, we've had we're going to be doing a little bit of CEX.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
CEX pickups then. Let's get into these. So I've got my knife. That ain't a knife. This is a knife. So it's pretty sharp, so it should let me in. Oh, first one's Mega Drive. I always pisses me off, man, CEX, when they don't give stickers. Give out more stickers. Virtua Racing, I actually watched a few people playing that. It looks like it was £15 credit. It feels like it's got the manual in. It has. It's better than a 5-bob note though. So that all needs to be straightened out. Oh, the cartridge has got fucking P writ on it, man. That pisses me off as well. But it's all there. It's honest enough. Is P, was that Game Station who used to do that fucking to write pre-owned or something on it? Whoever it was a real dick move. So yeah, Virtua Racing. I saw someone playing it the other day, and I thought, you know what, I'll fancy having a go at that. So that's the first one. I'm quite happy. Other than fucking, which it wasn't CEX anyway, so I can't even be cross with them. I'm trying to make sure no one gets my address, so I don't want you all sending your dirty pants to me. Oh, this one's been super duper wrapped. The best to give me some stickers as well in this lot. I like stickers, I stick them everywhere. Yeah, look, nice brown bag for me bottle of White Lightning. Oh, this is a NES game. Let's check. UK Palais. Nice condition as well. Darkwing Duck. Let's Get Dangerous. No label peel, nothing like that. There you go, it looks clean. Now I'm worried because it looks too clean. But I suppose it is one of the later NES titles. It's 1992. But I remember this cartoon. It's got that dickhead in it who used to be in DuckTales, the pilot. But yeah, that's one for my NES collection. I haven't given the NES a lot of love really lately, so it's had a couple of new games. So 2 out of 2 CEX, you're doing well. God, this one's like an ugly bird, man. It's a double bagger. Ah, this is my Master System game. This is one I originally had as a kid, and I didn't know it was obviously what it was when I was a kid. It feels like no manual. No manual. But I'll tell you what, I'm really happy with the condition of it. The cover's really nice. I am not even going to try and pronounce that, but it's Darius to me and you. And I had this definitely 100% when I used to have my Master System collection as a kid. And you know I love my shooters. So that won't, although it's not got the manual, that won't be going back because it's not an expensive game. So I may be able to acquire somehow a manual for it. So CEX, you're doing alright. Won't be no slagging off from me in this video, not that I ever do. Oh, these are 2 PS4 titles. And that is Flashback Classics 1. Flashbacks Classics Volume 2. Fucking discs rattling around in this one. Discs alright. Happy with that. These were real cheap. I think there was £8 and £10 each. I know they've not got them in my local one, so I couldn't just go and get them, because I do try and save that £1.50 if I can, because I'm that type. But again, discs excellent condition. Still no fucking stickers though. Fucking last one. No, I can't even remember what this one is. Oh, I can, but well, I say oh I can as I've fucking read it. Oh, they've only gone, fucking look at this. Whichever CEX this is, you're a fucking legend, because you've sent me 3 stickers, which will go in my pile of my other CEX stickers that I hoard. Let's see what shop it is, because it sometimes tells you. Is it going to tell me? No, it isn't. But if you work at this CEX and you're watching that video, you're doing a good job. Well done. And the condition's not too bad. I always worry when it's like a collector's edition one, how good or bad it will be. So it's obviously flashback. That sticker's stressing me, but I'll be getting that off. I've never seen this before, actually. Probably should have done a review on it, but you know what, fuck it. Can't be bothered. Can't even get it fucking open. Okay, we got some like steel case, which looks like a SNES cart. That's cool. I like that. Easily pleased. Strictly limited run of 40,000. Yeah, that's really fucking limited. We got the old Manuel from 40 Towers. That's going in there. Out the fucking. Oh, I don't. Who the fuck's made this? Whoa, are they taking the piss? What the fuck? Where's the game? Right, this is proof, man. I'm fucking showing this to CEX. There's no fucking game in there. They've sent me everything except for the game. Right, that can get to the fucking shop then. Well, that's pissed me off now. It's fucking ended on a sad result. I'll just check it's not gone shooting out this fucking box anywhere. But I don't think it has. No, they've not sent me the game. I wonder if my local one's got one and they can fucking swap the fucking thing. Right, so that's 4 good, 1 bad. I mean, how the fuck do you forget the game? You've checked, it's got all the shit, and then you forgot the fucking game. No, it's not in here. If it is in here, I'm not doing an apology video, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think they've let me down. So, there you go. He sent me 3 fucking stickers and didn't send me the fucking game. Dickhead. Right. We'll go on to a more positive note now. I'm going to do my shout out section. Right. We've calmed ourselves down now. I've just done the right thing as well, Stu. I've looked around the room. That game's not in here. So that's going back. Can't fucking believe that. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to do my shout out section. I had only got one person to think of to mention, but then after the weekend, I decided I'll do 2, because I always do 2, and I found someone to do. What the fuck's going on with this knife? Fuck that as well. Right, number 1, a lot of you probably already know, he's got a games collection. It's in a storage locker, so that's probably giving it away. A few of the lads who obviously know me went up to Arcade Club last month. I've already been able to look around this storage locker. It impresses me because I had a storage locker and he's had one the same size as mine, but mine was obviously full of everything in the house, not just my collection. And he's doing really well with that space. I'm massively impressed. And that's Sean at Retro Games Revived, which will come across here somewhere when I edit it in. So yeah, go and check out his channel. He does a lot of pickups videos. I watched, he was obviously at Leeds the weekend. He's picked up some stuff, so I'm not going to spoil that. I wouldn't spoil anyone's videos. Done some pickups, especially not Lewis if he does one. But yeah, I met Sean, first time ever. Had a good chat with him. He was there with, I think it's his stepdaughter. I'm not too sure. But yeah, he seemed to be having a great day. And like everyone else, I think he spent a lot more than what he thought he was going to when he went there. So please go and check out Sean. Don't take him out. Check him out. That sounds even worse. And that's Sean at Retro Games Revived. And the other person was also someone I met at Leeds, and that is Griffo's Retro Games. Alex Griffin, I think his name is, but he goes as Griffo. Everyone calls him Griffo. I checked out his video on Leeds that he done yesterday. I believe he uploaded it. Much more artsy than this shit that I do here. You know, he's got proper cameras. He sounds loads better than me. He's got the old zoom in, zoom out. Looks really good. And I believe he had a good time as well. I think it was the first time he'd met a fair few of the other tubers other than the ones he knew, like Eddie and Sean, who were there. And I hope we all made you feel welcome, because, that's what we're all about here, making people feel welcome in the community. That knife stresses me now because I'm not putting it away. So yeah, please go and check out Griffo's channel. Again, he does pickups. I think he does some other series as well. I won't lie, I'm new to his channel. I'm playing catch up with watching a lot of people's stuff. In fact, I think I'm going to have to bin some channels off because I don't watch their stuff, and just keep the ones who I do watch and who I interact with. Oh God, I look really vain now doing my fucking hair. So please go and check out Sean, check out Griffo. That's Retro Games Revived and Griffo's Retro Games. And hopefully, I think they're both going to the arcade club in March. And again, that's an open invite to everyone. It's not set people are allowed to go there because it's a public place. Anyone can go if they fucking want. But there's a big group of YouTubers going up there on the 28th of March up to the Leeds Arcade Club. Most of us are staying in the Premier Inn or the Ibis. So please come along, play some games, have some beer, have some fun. And that's me done. I'm off to fucking CEX to see why they ain't send me the game. I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra.